رمضان مبارك رمضان كريم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان، فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصمه، ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر، يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر، ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون.
عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: الصيام جنة فلا يرفث ولا يجهل، وإن امرؤ قاتله أو شاتمه فليقل إني صائم مرتين، والذي نفسي بيده لخلوف فم الصائم أطيب عند الله تعالى من ريح المسك، يترك طعامه وشرابه وشهوته من أجلي، الصيام لي وأنا أجزي به، والحسنة بعشر أمثالها.
Hazrat Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, narrates, Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, fasting is a shield. So, the person observing fasting should avoid foul talk and transgression. And if somebody fights him or abuses him, he should tell him twice, I am fasting. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam added, by him in whose hands my soul is, the smell coming out from the mouth of a fasting person is better in the sight of Allah than the smell of musk. He leaves his food, drink and desires for my sake. The fast is for me, so I will reward the fasting person for it, and the reward of good deeds is multiplied 10 times.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wonderful viewers of MTA International Africa. You are welcome to your favorite program in this blessed month of Ramadan, Ramadan Mubarak. Today on the episode or edition of Ramadan Mubarak, we will be discussing the topic Ramadan, a panacea for the soul, where we will delve into the meaning of Ramadan, the meaning of Siyam, fasting in other religions, and also talk about the first 10 days of Ramadan. That's the first Ashra of Ramadan. To help me do this, I have in the studio two noble men of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community who are missionaries of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community here in Ghana. They are in the persons of Hafiz Abdullah Muhammad Sani Sahib. Hafiz Sahib, you're welcome to the program. Hafiz Sahib is serving as the coordinator for Waqf Now Ghana, and he has been doing a very wonderful work. Hafiz Sahib, you are welcome once again to the program.
Thank you.
And next to him is Movi Isa Tahir Sahib. Movi Sahib is serving as the assistant coordinator for the Review of Religions here in Ghana. Movi Sahib, you are welcome to the program. So we will move straight to our discussion on the program. And for that, I would want to start with Hafiz Movi Sanisab. Hafiz, we would want you to tell us, first of all, what Ramadan is all about.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Thank you very much for the question. As we all know, we have started the month of Ramadan, and it's very important for us to remind ourselves of the importance of this month. And as you've just asked the meaning of Ramadan, so Ramadan is a month in the Muslim lunar calendar. And the meaning of Ramadan starts with Ramadan, and Ra Mim Dot is what constitutes the month of Ramadan. Right. And so when we say Ramadan in Arabic, it means that it became very hot, right, or became very hot and then a heated kind of season. And so in Arabic, when they say Ramadan Nahar, it means that the day became intensely hot. Or when they also say Ramadan Rajul, which means that the man had his feet burnt by the earth, which had become intensely heated by the sun. And the name Ramadan, which of course is within the lunar calendar of the Muslims, right, the Arabs gave this name when they were giving names to the months, right, from changing them from the ancient language. So they gave the names of the months in accordance with the seasons. Right. And so Ramadan, as the name implies, it refers to a season, a hot season, okay, in the Arabian desert. Right. And that is how come the name came about. And I have already given the meaning, right, that it means something that is in that season, it becomes very hot. Right. And that's why the name is given. Right. Now, what is the significance of this with regard to fasting? Right. Some, as you've rightly mentioned. And so when a person fasts, so we go through that kind of burning. Okay. And that burning is not a kind of burning that burns you to death, but that siyam that we go through, staying hungry throughout the day, then the internal system of the human being becomes very hot. Right. And the significance of it is that it burns away the traces of sin. Right. We live within that kind of heat because human being has the burning desire, right, to progress spiritually. Right. And in order for you to be able to get to the Almighty Allah, you need to melt down some of these kind of mistakes that we commit on a daily basis, which do not allow us to view the face of Allah. Right. So Ramadan offers us the opportunity to melt away and burn away some of these obstacles, which is termed as sin, okay, that we commit, for which Allah has not approved. And so that's the significance of this month of Ramadan, and why it is important to know why the name Ramadan was given, right, within this particular season. So basically, this is the brief meaning about Ramadan.
Wow, mashallah, Movisab. I think we would go to the Holy Quran as well to get where we've gotten all that link from. But I would want to take this opportunity to remind our viewers out there that, as usual, and as we do every year, you can send in your messages, to the numbers that will be displayed on your screen, so that we can read your messages and then see how and where you are enjoying this program from. Let me move to Movi Isa Tarisab. Movi Sab, let's look at the Islamic concept of Ramadan.
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. So Islamic concept of fasting. In Islam, in the Arabic term, when we say fasting, it is called Sawm, okay, or Siyam. So the literal meaning of Sawm is to halt, to stop doing something and just be there, to stop, yes. So when we come to the Islamic terminology, when we say Sawm or Siyam, it means to stop taking food, drink, and sexual relations with your partner, right, from morning, that's from dawn to sunset in the evening, yes. So you do this thing with the intention of worshiping Allah the Almighty. Okay. So when we talk about fasting in Islam, the literal meaning is to stop, not do anything. Right. But in Islam, the Islamic terminology, it means that to stop, to keep away from food, from drink, from marital relations, from morning to sunset, with the intention of worshiping Allah the Almighty. And also we get the time from the Holy Quran. Allah has mentioned in the Holy Quran that Kulu washrabu hatta yatabayyana lakum al-khaytul abyadu min al-khaytil aswad min al-fajr thumma atimmu siyama ila al-layl, that you should eat and you should drink until the white thread becomes distinct from the black thread, and you should eat so ila al-fajr thumma atimmu siyama ila al-layl, then you should end the fasting in the evening sunset. Right. So this is where we get the time from when we talk about fasting. And also, this fasting, it is not about the hunger. It is not about staying hungry from food, from water, and from marital relations. Okay. But it is a sign that we want to worship Allah the more. Okay. It is a sign that we want to draw more closer to Allah the Almighty. Right. In fact, the Prophet has mentioned that any religion that has no mujahidat, when we say mujahidat, like strivings, actions, you profess your faith that you believe in Allah the Almighty and the Holy Prophet Muhammad, but you have to put in some action to show that yes, that is why you believe in Allah the Almighty. So the mujahidat, he says that any religion that has no mujahidat, it is, according to him, it is no religion at all. Yeah. So in Islam, our first mujahid, when we look at the pillars of Islam, is salat. Right. Kalima shahada is professing the faith. Right. Then the first mujahid in this direction is to perform the salat, the actions. And the next one is what? To fast. So fasting in the month of Ramadan is the second mujahida in Islam, second striving in Islam. And also the second Khalifa has explained that, and he has explained that anybody who fasts and he does not desist from telling lies, he does not desist from acting falsely, then Allah is not in need of that person staying hungry from food and water. So this tells us the importance of fasting, that it is not about the food, it is not about the water, it's not about the relationship, the marital relationship with your partner, but it is drawing closer to Allah the Almighty, worshiping Him, more prayers, more seeking forgiveness, and all that, what we do in the month of Ramadan, more tilawat. So these are this is the Islamic concept of fasting. The first Khalifa has also explained that when it comes to the month of Ramadan, you are entitled to food, you are entitled to water, you are entitled to relationship with your partner. It is your right, it is lawful. But you leave these lawful things for Allah the Almighty. So if someone is able to leave these lawful things for Allah the Almighty, then why shouldn't you be able to leave the unlawful things? So fasting is to train us that you have been able to leave these lawful things, the things you are entitled to, you have been able to leave them for Allah the Almighty. Then it should teach you that you should also be ready to leave the unlawful things. An example is you have your own money. You can spend with it, buy food, buy water, buy anything you want. But for Allah's sake, you leave that money, do not spend it on yourself, but give it as sacrifice. So if you're able to give your money out for Allah's sake as sacrifice, then this should teach you that it should be easier for you to leave someone's money, not to take someone's money. Because you can leave your own money. Why then do you take someone's money? So Ramadan is just to teach us that we have to draw more closer to Allah the Almighty and increase in worship. And it's not just about staying away from the food and water and not doing anything. In fact, in Islam, when we talk about fasting also, we have types. We have the involuntary fast. Some of these involuntary fasts are the Sittata Shawwal. You know, after Ramadan, the next month that comes is Shawwal. And you can fast the first 6 days of this month also called Sittata Shawwal. So it is an involuntary fast that, it is a voluntary fast that you can do on your own. It's not compulsory. We also have what we call the Ashura, that is fasting on the 10th of Muharram. It's also a voluntary fast that the Holy Prophet used to do and encourage that we also do same. We also have Sawm Dawood, that is the fasting of Hazrat Dawood. He used to fast today, tomorrow he leaves the fast, the third day he does it, fourth day he leaves it. So alternatively, he used to fast in that way. So all these are voluntary fasts that we can do. And we have the obligatory fast also that we have to do in Islam. And the first one is the fasting in the month of Ramadan. That is the compulsory fast. We also have some of the compulsory fasts are when you miss a fast in the month of Ramadan because you are sick or you're on a journey, then it is compulsory that you do this number of days that you have missed. You do them after the month of Ramadan. You have to do it. It's compulsory. So this is also there. And we have another fasting called, that is if you intentionally break a fast in the month of Ramadan, then you have to fast 60 consecutive days after the month of Ramadan. So this is a compulsory fast that you have to do if you intentionally break a fast in the month of Ramadan. And aside this voluntary and the mandatory fast, we also have some days that you are not permitted to fast at all in Islam. And one of such days is on the day of Eid, either Eid al-Fitr or Eid al-Adha. You cannot fast on that day. It is prohibited in Islam.
Right.
Another is Sawm al-Dahr. There are some people who say that they want to fast the whole of their days, that they want to worship Allah the Almighty, so they want to fast the whole. It is not permitted in Islam. I think there is a hadith even that says that one companion wanted to do this. That he said he wanted to fast the whole of his days and he wanted to worship Allah, pray the whole day, not to do anything else. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ told him that, am I not the best among you? But I fast, I stop. I pray, and I also sleep. So which means that we are not allowed to fast continuously all our life. So all these things are things that we are not supposed to do.
MashaAllah. Jazakumullah Mawisa for that wonderful explanation, the holy month of Ramadan and Siyam. Hafizah, let's continue and talk about the link between, the fast and the Ramadan that you explained at the beginning.
Yes, so the link between the fast and Ramadan. And just before I proceed to answer your question, I think it's important to note that the Ramadan we are talking about was the same month in which the Holy Quran was revealed to serve as a guidance for mankind. And from here, one can see the significance of this important month. And talking about the connection between the Ramadan and then Siyam, or the Sawm, the fasting, you realize that in this month of that the Ramadan, the fasting takes place, because this is the same month that Sawm is to take place.
Right.
So like I said earlier, that they are together. The same month the Holy Quran was revealed to guide mankind. And it is interesting that the same month Allah has commanded us to fast. And now you realize that in this same month, when you keep the fast, when you talk of Sawm, Sawma means to restrain or abstain. Now, when you are fasting the month of Ramadan, like my brother mentioned, we abstain from all the lawful things for the sake of the Almighty Allah. And so in the month of Ramadan, you see that generally within the Muslim Ummah, there is that kind of burning desire by each and every one. You see that even prior to the month of Ramadan, we all prepare ourselves towards that month. We prepare awaiting for our beloved friend, which is the month of Ramadan. And then that is to tell us that people are always eager. So there's that kind of zeal and resilience, that eagerness, that kind of quest to meet the Almighty Allah. And this month of Ramadan, it gives us the opportunity to climax our actions. Because throughout the year, we do not see that kind of desire like when it comes to the month of Ramadan for us to fast. Though in other months, fastings have been taking place, voluntary fast, like he rightly pointed out. But Ramadan in particular is so special that when somebody fasts in the month of Ramadan, he does a lot of good works. He lives within, he goes through a lot of struggle, because looking at, imagine you are in Saudi Arabia now, you can just imagine how hot the weather will be. And at the same time, you have to remain thirsty for the sake of the Almighty Allah. So all of these things are interlinked, and they all help mankind to learn a lot of lessons out of it. Both the physical heat and the spiritual heat. So they are all interconnected to enhance the spiritual growth. And that all of it gives us, tells the human being the importance of the month and why he should not miss the opportunity of fasting in this month of Ramadan, because Allah's blessings are enormous in this month of Ramadan. And this is the month Allah says that the Holy Prophet told us about the blessings of the Almighty, the first 10 days, the second 10 days, and the last 10 days. So people are aware of all these important issues. And so in the month of Ramadan, you see that kind of eagerness, and that is how they are connected.
MashaAllah. Jazakumullah Maulana sir for that wonderful explanation. Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu kutiba alaykum as-siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. That the siyam, fasting, has been made compulsory for you in this blessed month of Ramadan. And then the end point, what you gain out of it is righteousness. So viewers, at this point, we go take an excerpt from the sermon of our beloved Huzur to guide us in this holy month of Ramadan. So join us as we go and take a listen.
رمضان کے شروع ہوتے ہی خیال دل میں فوراً پیدا ہو جاتا ہے کہ نمازوں کی طرف توجہ ہو، کیونکہ یہ برکتوں والا مہینہ ہے، اس میں دعائیں قبول ہوتی ہیں، اس لیے عموماً لوگ مسجد کی طرف بھی زیادہ رخ کرتے ہیں، مسجدوں کی حاضری بھی بڑھتی ہے، فجر کی نماز ہو یا عشاء کی نماز ہو، عام دنوں میں تو فجر اور مغرب عشاء کی نماز پر اتنی حاضری نہیں ہوتی جتنی رمضان میں ہو جاتی ہے، اور یہ اللہ تعالیٰ کا فضل ہے کہ لوگوں کو کم از کم ان دنوں میں خیال آ جاتا ہے کہ ہم نے مسجد کی طرف جانا ہے اور اللہ تعالیٰ سے اس کا فضل مانگنا ہے۔ اس کی ایک یہ بنیاد بھی ہے کہ اللہ تعالیٰ فرماتا ہے کہ میں رمضان کے دنوں میں جہنم کے دروازے بند کر دیتا ہوں، شیطان کو جکڑ دیتا ہوں اور جنت کے دروازے کھول دیتا ہوں۔ اس سے لوگ صرف یہ خیال کرتے ہیں کہ شاید رمضان میں ہی عبادتوں کی ضرورت ہے اور رمضان میں جو دعائیں کی جاتی ہیں کی جائیں یا باتیں کی جائیں وہی ہماری بخششوں کا سامان پیدا کر دیں گی۔ غیر احمدی اسلامی چینل ہیں، ملکوں کے چینل ہیں، ان میں بھی حدیث بڑی دہرائی جاتی ہے بار بار، حالانکہ یہ غلط سوچ ہے۔ رمضان میں عبادتوں کی طرف توجہ اللہ تعالیٰ نے اس لیے دلائی ہے کہ پھر تم اسے اپنی زندگی کا حصہ بنا لو، اگر یہ نہیں تو صرف رمضان کی باتیں کچھ کام نہیں کریں گی، بلکہ اللہ تعالیٰ فرمائے گا یہ تو تم نے ایک مہینے کی عبادت کی، 11 مہینے میں کیا کیا؟ بس اس قسم کی غلط فہمی کو انسان کو اپنے اندر سے نکال دینا چاہیے کہ صرف یہی کافی ہے کہ رمضان میں نمازیں پڑھ لیں اور مسجدوں کو آباد کر دیے، کیونکہ حضور صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے فرمایا ہے کہ جو شخص ایمان کے تقاضے اور ثواب کی نیت سے رمضان کی راتوں میں اٹھ کر نماز پڑھتا ہے، اس کے گزشتہ گناہ بخش دیے جاتے ہیں۔ یہ آپ کا ارشاد ہے۔ بے شک اب یہ سوچ ہو سکتی ہے کہ جب انسان مستقل اپنی زندگی کا حصہ نیکیوں کو بنانے کی کوشش کرے اور نمازوں کی طرف توجہ دے، تہجد کی طرف توجہ دے، نوافل کی طرف توجہ دے، تو رمضان میں زیادہ توجہ پیدا ہوگی۔ جو عبادت کرنے والے ہیں، مستقل عبادت کرنے والے ہیں، وہ اس سوچ کے ساتھ یہ کام کرتے ہیں، لیکن بعض لوگ سمجھتے ہیں کہ صرف رمضان میں ہی راتوں کو اٹھ لیا یہی کافی ہے۔ انسان غلطیوں کا پتلا ہے، غلطیاں ہوتی ہیں، لیکن اللہ تعالیٰ بھی بڑا رحمان اور رحیم ہے، وہ بخشنے والا بھی ہے۔ اس لیے اس نے ہمیں یہ موقع مہیا کیا ہے کہ اگر تمہارے سے سال کے دوران میں غلطیاں ہو گئی ہیں تو اب نئے سرے سے عہد کرو اور پھر اس پر قائم رہنے کی کوشش کرو کہ تم آئندہ اللہ تعالیٰ کی عبادت کا حق ادا کرنے والے بنو گے اور ان تمام نیکیوں کو بجا لانے والے بنو گے جن کا اللہ تعالیٰ نے حکم دیا۔
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're welcome back to the studio from listening to the words of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Al-Khamis. We continue with our discussion here in the program, but we've received a few messages. We would want to take time to read some of them. The first message says, Assalamu alaikum. I am currently watching from Monrovia, Liberia. I'm really enjoying the program, and I will continue watching this TV show throughout this process. Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan Mubarak to you too, to you in Liberia. The next one says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope you are well. I am in Congo, Brazzaville. I would like to ask, during this blessed month, how should a married man conduct himself towards his wife? Is it appropriate for him to show affection, such as hugging, or should he refrain? That is very good. Inshallah, we'll be answering this question. And I think I would pose it to Movi Isatari Sab.
To the person who asked the question.
Yeah.
Yes. So in the month of Ramadan, we know that I explained that the Islamic terminology, when we say fast and saum, it means to abstain from food, drink, and marital relations with your partner.
Right.
So this 1 month, you have to know that you have to abstain from these things.
Okay.
You are allowed to go in onto your wives in the evening after you break your fast.
Okay.
So when you break your fast, you can do that.
Yeah.
But during the day, do not do anything that will lead you or tempt you into doing what you're not supposed to do. So for your own sake, to keep your fast safe, then don't be hugging or doing these things. Just
avoid all those circumstances that may lead you
into having relations.
Yes. And then you know yourself better, I mean.
Yes.
So, Jazakumullah, Mobisa, for that answer. I hope the person watching has gotten the answer to his question. Hafizah, let's continue with our discussion, and I would want us to look at are there potential health benefits, beyond the spiritual one that we've talked about, are there any other physical potential health benefit related to, fasting?
Thank you very much for the question. Definitely, there are health benefits.
Right.
Ramadan is not only about the spiritual life, but it also has its health benefits. But I will just give one or two health benefits that we get from the month of Ramadan. In fact, studies have shown that those who fast in the month, like those who carry out this important exercise, one of the benefits that we've been told by researchers is this, that it helps in detoxification. Now, how does that happen? We are told that during the long hours of fasting, the body is given a break from the constant work of digestion. So this allows it to focus its energy on detoxification. So because you are not eating frequently throughout the day, and you've only eaten just once in the day, that's somewhere done. Now, the whole day, the system is free, the body is relaxed, and so detoxification takes place in a very nice manner, in a way that there's no pressure, calmly, in order to eliminate. So this process helps to eliminate harmful toxins stored in fats. Another thing we are told is that improved insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. And so fasting significantly improves the body's sensitivity to insulin. And this is when you eat throughout the day. So what happens is that your body constantly releases insulin to manage and also regulate blood sugar. So this is another benefit that a person gets freely. It is like a bonus to you. And these are some of the health benefits we get. Another thing we are told is that digestive system also, there is a time it rests. Because throughout the year, our digestive system has to work, because some of us eat like 3 times a day, or we even overeat. Now it is important that why are we talking about the physical benefits? Because the whole Quran tells us that kulu washrabu wala tusrifu, that you should eat and drink, but do not exceed bounds. Now, you see that the spiritual life and the physical life are interlinked, they are interconnected. And so in order for the spiritual life to be perfect, it is important for the physical life we take care of it, so that there is balance between the two. And so the health is important. And the way we eat and the things we eat, they are all important to our system. And so, and throughout the year, this verse I've just quoted, not very many of us are able to discipline ourselves. But in the month of Ramadan, we are able to discipline ourselves in terms of eating. Our eating habit reduces, and that also helps in our body built up. The system is able to work very well, like the digestive system I said, because throughout the day in the year, it's been working 24/7. But in the month of Ramadan, it gets to rest throughout the month of Ramadan. So it's a kind of holiday for the digestive system, for this. And so this is needed for the stomach, intestines, and all the things, for them to be able to relax and carry out the important works that are to be done within our system. So the month of Ramadan offers us these important things, and this one helps us to reduce symptoms of indigestion, bloating, and heartburns when the digestive system is not overburdened to work. And so these are some of the few health benefits. Now, the other important thing to mention is our mental stability. Now, in the month of Ramadan, we are able to have some mental balance. There's that kind of stability psychologically and mentally. There's balance in us.
Right.
So what happens is that we are told that in the month of Ramadan, there's that kind of increased mental clarity and focus. So without the energy drain of constant digestion and the sugar crashes from frequent snacking, so many people report feeling sharper and more focused.
Right.
So in the month of Ramadan, even within you, you feel that you are less heavy.
Yes.
And so that helps you to be able to think and think properly.
Yeah.
And you are able to spend even more time in thinking. You are able to reflect deeply. And that's also just like the advice the Prophet ﷺ gave us, that the month of Ramadan offers us the opportunity to reflect.
Right.
Somebody whose stomach is full, how does he reflect? By the month of Ramadan, the stomach is empty.
Right. Right.
And that even gives you offers the opportunity for you to have a deeper reflection.
Right. Right.
And so that's another health benefit.
Right.
And fasting also trains the mind to control desires and impulses.
Right.
Another thing is that the discipline we get. For example, there's a month that when somebody try to get you angry, you try to regulate, you control your anger. It doesn't mean that you don't have it in the month of Ramadan, but these are all the health benefits that we get, and we know excessive anger, what it does to our system.
Yeah.
So the month of Ramadan offers us yet another opportunity to control our numerous desires, our anger, the way we respond to things in the month that we just began will be different from the previous months. Hence, the other benefits, the health benefit, the physical part. So when you link it with the spiritual life, that is when you are able to regulate the physical one, then it becomes easy. That means you are prepared to now embark on the spiritual journey. And so if you are not able to regulate and discipline yourself, you can't even, first of all, talk about the spiritual life.
Right.
That means you are unprepared. So this month gives us the opportunity to prepare adequately in order to achieve meaningful progress at the end of the month.
Mashallah. Jazakumullah, Maulana, sir, for that wonderful insight. And I think it is an eye-opener for all of us, all those who are watching us today. And Hafiz Saab, in order to, how do they put it, to buttress the point that you've made, we have Dr. Salim Sahib on the line. And Dr. Saab will shed more light on what you've just mentioned. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dr. Saab.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Dr. Saab, you are welcome to Ramadan Mubarak, and Ramadan Mubarak to you.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Saab, can you briefly highlight some of the physical benefits of fasting?
Okay, thank you for your question. Fasting offers several health benefits for the individual who is performing the fast. Okay, sorry. Fasting offers several health benefits for the individual performing the fast. I know the main focus is, the spiritual transformation of the individual. But fortunately, we have the advantage of also benefiting physically from fasting. Now, some of the benefits include weight loss, blood sugar management or control, enhancing heart health by improving blood pressure, decreasing levels of inflammation, and so many more. Now, when we talk about weight loss, fasting is effective in inducing weight loss, reducing body fat and belly fat. Now, we all know obesity, which is excessive accumulation of fat in your body, has several health complications, especially related to type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular conditions, joint conditions, and many more. Now, by fasting, we are able to control our weight gain and therefore reduce the risk of, developing such conditions. Now, when we talk about, blood sugar, for instance, fasting is helpful in reducing insulin resistance, thereby reducing the risk of, developing diabetes mellitus. Insulin is a hormone in our bodies, and it's responsible for, helping absorbing sugars from our bloodstream into our cells, and therefore reducing the excessive accumulation of sugars in our bloodstream. Now, before you can absorb sugars into your blood cells or into your cells must be responsive. They must be sensitive to the insulin that is being produced. If your cells are resistant to this insulin, you will not be able to absorb the blood sugars into your cells. Fasting has the advantage of helping your cells becoming more sensitive to insulin, and therefore helping the insulin to transport your blood sugars from your bloodstream into your cells. Now, when we come to another health benefit of fasting, it helps promote better health by fighting inflammation. Generally, inflammation isn't supposed to be a bad phenomenon. It is a natural immune process which is used to help fight off infections. But persistent inflammation, which is also known as chronic inflammation, can seriously affect your health. Now, research shows that inflammation may be involved in the development of chronic conditions such as heart disease, cancer, rheumatoid arthritis. But some studies have found that fasting can help decrease levels of inflammation and thereby promote better health by reducing the risk of developing some of these conditions. Now, I also mentioned that fasting helps enhance heart health by improving blood pressure. Heart conditions or heart disease, they are very common, and they are considered the leading cause of death worldwide. Fasting helps, reduce heart diseases by reducing the level of cholesterol, in our blood stream or in our systems, and several risk factors for heart disease in people who especially are overweight. Now, I think Movi has already mentioned some of these things, and he also elaborated on factors such as, improving your mental focus, attention, helps you, learn better and all that. They are all, very important health benefits of fasting. And there are many more, but I think I would like to just end it here. Alhamdulillah, we have the advantage of, benefiting from fast health-wise in addition to our spiritual transformation.
MashaAllah, Jazakumullah, Movi Saab. I wanted to mention that Dr. Saab is also a Hafiz, someone who has memorized the Holy Quran. Jazakumullah, Dr. Saab, for joining us today for the program and also sharing this wonderful insight with us. We are very grateful to you. So we would want to go back to our guest here, but before I do that, we have received a few messages that I would want to take time to read. The first one says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ibrahim Karbo. I'm watching this program from Mamusa village, Sierra Leone, together with my mission house boys. The program is so educative. May Allah bless you abundantly. Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan Mubarak to you as well. And this is actually a question. It says, Assalamu alaikum. I'm watching live from Ghana. And our brother said, during Eid, we do not fast. So I would like to know the reason, please. Assalamu alaikum. And I think, Movi, you actually made that point. So he would want to know why we do not fast, during Eid.
Yes, Jazakumullah for that question. we know whatever we do in Islam is because of one, we have been commanded to do so, and also that we have been given reasons for those commandments, so we know why we do all that we do. Now, when you for Eid, let's say Eid al-Fitr, you fast the whole month, the whole 1 month, you engage in fasting. And Allah the Almighty has put the Eid at the end, that you should use that Eid to commemorate your fasting. So on that day, you are going to commemorate the fasting. He has put it there, that you use this day to end the fast. So you know we have Kulu Jamia. We have different people bringing different food, many food. So we go there, come together and have that occasion, the joyous occasion. Then we enjoy that meal. So if you fast on that day, how will we engage in? In fact, one of the meanings of Eid is to come together, to meet and enjoy, to have fun. You come together community-wise, then you enjoy, have fun. And Eid also means something that goes and comes every year. It goes and comes. So Eid has been put there specific for this occasion, that we should meet together, have fun, and enjoy. In the permissible, in the lawful way, we should come together and enjoy. So if you want to fast on that day, then you'll not be able to have this enjoyment that you're supposed to have. So Allah has put this Eid there, that we should use this Eid to commemorate the fasting and to have this occasion. So we cannot fast on that day.
Allah the Almighty bless you. I would come back to you, but just a quick question to Hafiza. We've received another question. It says, my question is, what if you don't know how to recite the Holy Quran? Can you listen to the recitation of the Holy Quran in this blessed month of Ramadan?
Most certainly, you can listen to the recitation of the Holy Quran. The most important thing is to know the meaning of the Holy Quran and act upon it. Of course, there are very many Muslims who cannot recite the Holy Quran, but they are well behaved, and that is the main focus. So if you cannot recite and you can listen, of course, the organs Allah has given us, they are to be put to use. So if, for example, I'm unable to use the tongue to benefit something from the Holy Quran, but my ears are there, I can equally use them to also get some benefit. So
but
definitely
there should be an effort to learn.
The parents should make an effort. Yes, that would be more. That would be
rewarding.
The best. Yes.
Jazakumullah Mawisa for that. Mawisa Tarisab, let me come back to you. I think reciting the Holy Quran, you understand that Allah the Almighty says, fasting is made compulsory for you, in the holy month of Ramadan, as it was made compulsory for the people before us. So we want to know, what is the concept of fast according to other religions?
Yes, okay. Jazakumullah. Just as you have mentioned, Allah has mentioned in the Holy Quran that Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. So kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum, just like it was prescribed for those before you, which means that all those who were before us, the fasting was also prescribed for them, so they also fast. And the actual goal or the main aim of that fasting was what Allah said, la'allakum tattaqun, so that you may become righteous. So all the fast in Islam, the fasting in the month of Ramadan, you have Christianity, the fast they engage in, Hinduism, Buddhism, all these religions of faith, all the fasting that they engage in, it is just for one goal, to attain the nearness of Allah the Almighty, to draw closer to Allah the Almighty. That is why there is this fast day. Now, the concept of fasting in other faiths also, you know that there are differences. Some people or some faith, they engage in partial fasting. Some faith also, they engage in the full fast, like we do, fast the whole day, 24. From dawn to dusk, we don't take anything. Some also take some food. Some also take solids, they don't take liquid. Some also take liquids. Even for some, they do not engage in some luxuries. Even for some, they do not engage in bathing. So all these things are there. We have the Lent in Christianity. And also there's the differences between the various faiths, the fasting. As I've mentioned, the first one is regards the food. Another difference is the period or the number of days you are supposed to fast. Let's say for Christianity, we have the fasting of Lent. So this Lent, it is 40 days. They fast for 40 days, excluding Sundays. So theirs is 40, excluding Sundays. And they abstain from some specific food and some luxuries. We also have the Vesak in Buddhism. So they also, they celebrate this fasting to commemorate the birth, the enlightenment, and the death of Buddha. It is also a partial fasting. We have Ekadashi in Hinduism. They also, it is dedicated to Lord Vishnu. They abstain from grains, beans, and other specific food. So these are some of the fastings that we have in the other faith and the differences. It is mentioned in the hadith that the main difference between our fasting and the fasting of other people is the taking of the sahur. It is mentioned that first الفصل ما بين صيامنا وصيام أهل الكتاب أكلة السحر. So one of the differences, in fact the main one is that we take the sahur, but most of them do not take the sahur. And the sahur is the pre-dawn meal, the meal we take before we start the fasting.
Jazakumullah Mobisa for that wonderful explanation. Viewers, at this point, we've prepared a very interesting program or video for you, and it is all about, they say, let's see how a teacher blends Ramadan with his profession. So join us as we all go take a look and then listen to what is going on.
It's that time of the year again where Muslims worldwide fast in the month of Ramadan. Ramadan is here upon us again, and this is my routine during the day in the month of Ramadan as a teacher. I wake up at dawn and I prepare to say my tahajjud prayers, where I communicate with my Creator, praise Him for what He has done for me, and lay before Him my problems. After my tahajjud prayers, I take my suhoor, which is the pre-dawn meal for the fast. After the suhoor, I prepare for Fajr Salah, where I take my bath, perform ablution, get dressed, and I walk to the mosque to say my Fajr Salah. After my Fajr Salah, I walk back to my house where I get to begin the real journey for the day. I prepare for class and I commute to school. I ensure that every necessary work that needs to be done on the environment is done before we go for the morning assembly. During the morning assembly, I get the opportunity to communicate with the learners, have some interactions with them, and prepare them for the journey ahead in the day. We go back to the classrooms where I love teaching the early morning lessons because it is at that time that I still have my energy intact. The lessons begin, we have interactions, we study a lot, and we progress through the day, developing some stress, some headaches, and fatigue, which is normal in the month of Ramadan. Gradually, we progress to lunchtime, which coincides with my Zuhur time. And so, I move to the mosque to say my Zuhur Salah. After my Zuhur Salah, I walk back to the classroom to continue the rest of the class for the day, which marks the beginning of the end of the day. I wrap up for the day, school closes, and I get the opportunity to interact with my Muslim learners who bombard me with a lot of questions about Ramadan and the fasting at large. We have a very good interaction as we walk to our various places of abode. I get the opportunity to have an interaction with my Creator through the recitation of the Holy Quran. I read the Quran as much as I can, and if there is a little time before Asr, I take a nap. I prepare myself for Asr Salah. I go for Asr Salah, come back from the mosque, and I continue with the recitation of the Holy Quran. After some time, I prepare towards the breaking of the fast. When the sun sets and the Muazzin calls the Azan for Maghrib Salah, which also marks the end of the fast for the day, there is no other joy than knowing that I have successfully gone through a day of spiritual enhancement which draws me closer and closer to my Creator. I break my fast, take my iftar, and join the Jama'ah for Maghrib Salah. After the Maghrib Salah, I go back home to take my evening meal, and then I journey back to the mosque for Isha prayers and subsequently Taraweeh Salat. The end of the Taraweeh Salah marks the end of a successful fasting journey for the day. I go back home, continue reading my Quran, and I take advantage of the time to prepare for my next day's work. After preparing, I retire to bed as I prepare my body to go through the whole process again the following day. This is my routine as a teacher in a day during the month of Ramadan.
MashaAllah, a very interesting video that we all watched there. I mean, it is interesting to see how people in various professions, fasting in this blessed month of Ramadan. Hafiz Sanisab, how would you describe yours? Would you say it's the same thing or something, changes in yours?
Just that I take tea for
you
my
take tea.
So
Okay,
yes.
Okay, that's very interesting.
So,
Officer, and yours, is there anything almost the same thing?
thing.
I mean, teaching is a very wonderful job. I mean, you go through the whole day talking to people,
Yes.
engaging with people, and your stomach is empty. That mouth is very, very tedious. Wonderful viewers, we've also prepared another interesting segment coming your way, and it is, as usual, your favorite segment on the program, which is the diet segment. So join us as we go and then take a look at what they have prepared for us.
رمضان الخير هلا كحبيب قد تجلى مرحبا أهلا وسهلا فيك يا خير الشهور فيك ريحان السلام يستقي منك الكرام كم علا فيك المقام فيك نور وسرور يا دليل المحسنين وهناء العابدين وأنيس الذاكرين يا سنا رب غفور يا سنا كريحان السلام يستقي منك الكرام كم علا فيك المقام فيك نور وسرور يا دليل المحسنين وهناء العابدين وأنيس الذاكرين يا سنا رب غفور يا سنا رب غفور يا دليل المحسنين وهناء العابدين وأنيس الذاكرين يا سنا رب غفور يا سنا رب غفور يا سنا رب غفور.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. I think after the program, we'll be having some here when it is time for us to do the iftari. So all those here, no one should leave. That was a very nice segment. Mobi Saab, let me come to the studio. Let me go to Hafiz Sani Sahib. I mentioned in my intro that we'll be talking about the first 10 days of Ramadan as well and the blessings, associated with it. Can you, walk us through the excellences of the first 10 days of Ramadan?
So the Holy Prophet ﷺ made us understand that the Ramadan in the Hadith, that we have first 10 days, so you can say 3 divisions or sections. First 10 days has 8 blessings. Then of course the second 10 days and then the last 10 days. So the first 10 days we are told that these are the days of Allah's rahmah, Allah's mercies, abundance of mercies. And just like I said earlier, when we are talking about the health benefit, because this is a month that we're expected to show gratitude to the Almighty Allah. We're expected to render our sincerest thanks to the Almighty Allah. We're expected to climax our actions. What it means is that throughout the year we've been worshiping. But in the month of Ramadan is like the time when you have to develop the wings to be able to fly in your spiritual progress. And so the first 10 days are the days that whatever prayer you offer, Allah listens to you. Allah is always ready to bless His servant. And our beloved Imam, Ayatollah Ta'ala Aziz, admonish us that we should always pray for the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And so in the first 10 days, it's important that we do a lot of durud. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. So that prayer upon the Holy Prophet is very, very necessary. Even Allah himself says that he and his messengers, that's the angels, they send down prayer upon the Holy Prophet, salutations upon him. And so in the first 10 days that we are enjoying Allah's mercies, what are the ways to unlock the mercies of the Almighty Allah, such that the divine mercies will be pouring on you? So it's not just that the mercies are opened by chance, but you have to do something to trigger that mercies to be opened upon you. And so in one of the things, like I've mentioned, is doing durud. And the durud also, there's also revelation of the Prophet, which is also there. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. So that one is also there, which we can also see. And offering a lot of tahajjud and many other things. These are the ways we can reap the mercies of the Almighty.
Of Allah the Almighty in the first 10 days of Ramadan. Jazakumullah. Viewers, we've received your messages, and I'll read a few. This one comes from Khadija Quayson. She says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to Movi Sahib. My name is Khadija Quayson, and I'm watching you from Mankesim in Ghana. The next one says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm watching the program from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I just want to wish all Ramadan Mubarak. The next one, Assalamu alaikum. I'm watching live from Ghana. My name is Salam Su. Ramadan Mubarak. And then he actually has a question, and I think, inshallah, when there is time, we will read the question and then, answer it for you. But as we are here, we move on to another interesting segment on the program, and that is fitness segment. So join us for that segment.
Hello, my Muslim family. As we're in our Ramadan season, as we pray for Allah to bless and protect us, these are 3 basic workouts you can do in your house and in your offices. So we are going to introduce 3 basic workouts that you can do in your house or in your office. So first of all, we are going to start with push-up, we are going to start with leg raises, and the last one is going to be crunches. So let's start with push-up first. So this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, if you're also a lady and you want to try this push-up, you can go this way with your knees on the floor. Make sure you go down with your upper body and not your lower body. So this is what you are going to do, just this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now remember, because you are dehydrated, make sure you don't go on a fast pace. Now let's go to the second workout, which is leg raises. So this, you can either go both legs or one leg at a time. So let's start with both legs first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you're a beginner and you want to try, just go one leg at a time. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Now, let's move to the final one, which is jump squat. Now, jump squat is a little bit difficult, but let's try. So this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now jump squat basically targets your quadriceps, your glutes. Basically it's the whole body workout as jump squats. Thank you. See you in your next episode.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the studio from the fitness segment. And we always advise to do this when it is getting closer to, the iftar time, so that you don't get too much dehydrated and then, break your fast, on the way. Obviously, I'll come straight to you because we are almost done. The question from Salam So, who's from Ghana, he says, my question is if you don't sleep overnight due to night work, can you still fast? You can fast.
Fasting, there is no condition about sleeping or not sleeping.
Okay, Jazakumullah. Hafiz up. Any final words within 1 or 2 seconds?
So my final words are that we should make sure that we try very hard, strive very hard to achieve the blessings. As the Holy Prophet said, Satan is chained and the doors of heavens are open. So the mercies are open. We have to do something to trigger the mercies.
Jazakumullah, Mabisab. And Jazakumullah to you, our wonderful viewers out there. We are very grateful to you, for watching this episode of Ramadan Mubarak. We are grateful to our wonderful guest here as well. Till we meet again, same time next week, we say, may the peace and blessings of Allah be on you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.